here's what happened. Karate Chop put on a picture on Instagram, a selfie, with a "Hello, my name is" name tag on her shoulder, because we don't know what her name is. So it said Karate Chop or Karachi Transvestite, whatever her name is, and it said, "What's my name?" on her, on her headline. So Rihanna, being the shady queen that she is, she put something up on Instagram, which was a drawing of a circle and two eyes in the head. In the smile, and it said, "Say my name." So Rihanna clapped back in a quiet tone way. We haven't seen her clap back in a good while. So I wonder if she thought that Karate Chop was being, feeling some kind of way towards Rihanna or something like that, or trying to throw a little jab out there. So, Rihanna, she got to clap back real quick as well. So, I wonder, are they back at it again? Because I thought, Rihanna, you're with Drake now. You don't have to worry about Chris Brown in jail and stuff like that. That's not your problem to put money on his books. That's our Karate Trans, situation now. So, are they back at it again? Are they fighting again? So we just hope that Rihanna's not giving her the time of day, because it is what it is, people. It is what it is, and the whole ratchetness of the industry. So that's the news on them real quick. Now, another story too that we're going to talk about real fast is Meek Mill. Now, Meek Mill, he was up in Philly and stuff like that, and he went to court today, and I think it was today or yesterday, whenever he went to court. Anyone is liable to go to court in Philly. It is what it is up there. But basically, exactly. But I didn't even hear about this story too. I must really not keep my ears to the streets like that anymore, because I try to not stay connected to Negroes after 5 p.m. every weeknight. So when I heard that he had a situation where he got detained by police in a car search or something like that, and he was detained by them for a few hours, illegally searched his car and stuff like that a while ago, and that he was saying that the police got a longer rap sheet than him. Now, I will tell you, being from Philly do have some crooked cops there, though. Now, there are the people that are there to serve and protect, and there are there being on the good stuff, but there are the other cops out there in Philly that are on some training day type stuff. They are on some grimy, crazy stuff. So basically, the jury was in favor of the cops, so he lost his civil suit against the Philadelphia Police Department. And it is what it is. You learn and you live and you learn. But I will say, out of this whole situation, Meek Mill did make one good situation, though. He did point out one good thing, that your real niggas will always be there for you when the time comes for that situation. But the other hundreds of people that be with you popping bottles in the club, they're not going to be there with you when you had to go do some real life stuff. So it was only 2 of his real close friends that came to court with him with their Dream Chasers hoodies on, and all the other people, they were not there. So this points out a good promo tool too, because the new DJ Khaled record with Rick Ross, Meek Mill, French Montana, and Jay-Z, They Don't Love You No More, the rap Kurt Franklin, that record is now on the DocuPort, so I can listen to it. But he plug that single real quick, because it does make sense. They don't love you no more when you got to go through certain situations. So that was a real life lesson. So that's the life streets lesson from Meek Mill of the week, people. So he gets a clap bravo just for being now, another story that we're going to talk about real quick too, people, is the TV rundown of the week real fast. Now, the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion came on this week, and this past week, and part 3 is coming on Sunday night, people. That's the final installment of this reunion series. I just have to say, Mama Joyce, I don't know if you were turned up on the brown juice, or you was just, I don't know if you were on some perp or whatever you were on, if you was on them drugs. She was just on some other type of stuff. So what was your thoughts on Mama Joyce and her foolishness?
You know what? Mama Joyce, I would say she pulled it. It was a real nice pull for her. Only because I think that she thought that, people expected her to come up there with an attitude, and, and people were going to expect her to, to just kind of, talk nasty about Todd and stuff like that. So I think we saw her in a different light. She is funny as hell. Yes. She was hilarious. Pretending like she couldn't remember when Katie's wedding was. Exactly. She can't remember that it was in a week. She kept saying it was in 2 weeks.
talking about wearing black nail polish. She wanted to wear a black dress, but they won't let her, so she's gonna wear her black nail polish.
And stuff like that, and talking to, talking about Todd's mom. I think that, I think I would have much rather seen her turned up the way she was on this reunion show special versus the way she was and the way she had been during the season. Obviously everyone could tell that Candy was very embarrassed. She held her head down the entire time, except for when she maybe, was addressing her mom.
And crying and carrying on as always.
I don't know. Mama Joyce, she was hilarious.
Yes, and then we got the whole resolution, I'm going to say resolution, the dissolution of the whole situation with, what's her name already that's going to get kicked off? Cynthia and Cynthia and Nene. Now, Nene and her hairline and her flowy dress, they got kicked off on Dance with the Stars this week, 2 people, so she's not on the show anymore. But Nene and her hairline basically went in on Cynthia. Cynthia kind of boasted up a little bit. She kind of got a big voice, and she became a woman this week because she stood up to Nene, and you don't play fair when you play dirty, or whatever their little tagline was. So Cynthia's in her feelings.
You don't win when you're dirty.
Yeah.
You never win when you're dirty.
So Cynthia was in her feelings about their friendship, so that contract is definitely null and void now. The friend contract is shredded up in the shredder. It's not going to be on any Phaedrus documents anymore, people. So, it's not documented in the court anymore. The friend contract is now shredded. So, and it's kind of sad, too, because they look like they were the real true friends of the show, but hey, it is what it is. Some people ain't your real niggas at times, and especially if your husband is little how you doing, so, and he can't keep a club open to save his life, and he too old to be trying to open up clubs and stuff when you're 80 years old. That's why old people stay in your place, stay in your lane. Get your AARP membership and your benefits and keep it rolling in your hove around. But anyways.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get that either. I'm like, at what point do you think you are too old to be owning Chocolate City? I just don't get it. And I know the name of his bar is called Bar One, but I'm thinking about, what was it, thin line between love and hate, how the old ass man on that club, Chocolate City.
Exactly.
I just don't get it. I'm like, why don't you invest in something else? Like, something that will work for you at your age. Like, if you guys watch the wedding special that Nene and Greg had, Greg, took some of Nene's money and invested it in a barbershop, something that works for him.
Yes.
Because he's an older man. He's too old to be, owning some nightclubs and stuff like that. Why don't you take your money and invest it in something that works for you?
Yes, and clubs are not a promising thing anymore, people. Black people will mess up a club for you, so open the white club up real quick, and you'll see the difference. I'm just saying. Look at Peabody's here in Virginia, people. Have you heard of Peabody's ever closing up? Nope. I'm just saying. But anyways, so moving on to another reunion show that came on this week. I actually watched this show, people. The Basketball Wives LA reunion. And now we got a little insight, too, that is going to be another season of Basketball Wives LA. So, sorry, Monique, you didn't get your wish. They are coming up before.
I'm not looking forward to that. I guess I don't have to watch it, but in this reunion show, I'm like, what is it about reunion shows that women wanting to fight and they can't sit on the same stage with each other? Did you notice after that whole foolishness with Brandy and Sunday, I guess they removed them from the stage. So at the point where Brandy and Malaysia, they were on Talking John Sally, separate from Sunday, British, and Jackie. I'm like, come on, you guys can't sit on the same stage as grown women and just have a conversation?
Exactly. And then you got Jackie up there with her slick back hair like shit from 1990, and then her suit tailored like it's a FUBU suit and stuff. I was trying to figure out why she got that baggy ass suit on with that gel back hair from Dollar Tree. She just looked a damn mess. She too old to be dressing like that too. And then you got, I would say Malaysia looked real cute though. She looked like a little Barbie. So Malaysia was, was my winner for the night as far as style and stuff like that. And even what's her name, Brandy, she looked nice too. So
they looked just the lifestyle.
Yeah, they were twins. They were the double twins of the night.
Same hairstyle, the same makeup on.
Exactly.
Something about those two. I don't know. Something about those two. I used to really, really like Malaysia, but something about her, I don't know. For some reason, I think when she goes on, I think they give her artificial tears to make her cry. On cue. I just think, I don't know. I believe, and this is just my opinion. This is my opinion, especially with this whole Brandy and Sunday foolishness. I think that, you can't say things. It's kind of like what Brish was saying. You are in the fight, and so you can't say things to somebody and then don't expect them to spray you back. Exactly. And my thing is this. If you look at the whole scene when they were in France, and Sunday was trying to get Malaysia and Brandy to just, sit down and just have a conversation with Jackie. No one is saying that you guys have to be best friends. No one is saying that, we even have to hang out afterwards. But if everybody can just sit down and talk about what's going on. So when Brandy stated, when Sunday said, I think that's just stupid that we can't even sit down and have a conversation, she said to her, well, she started, going on about her being a mistress and about her having, a child with a married man and things like that. Well, then when she said to her, well, go try to have a baby, I got 3 healthy ones, you can't say things to people and then don't expect them to spray you back. And then my whole thing is, you're always pulling this cancer card and, pulling in and playing the victim, but your ass, every time you see her, she's turning around and she's fighting, and you're taking off your shoes, and you're about to fight, and people got to grab you, and you're bringing down stuff. So is that really healthy? Aren't you still in treatment and stuff like that? So is that really healthy? So that's my thing. I think, they cry on cue at the drop of a dime. You can't play the victim and then at the same time be really badass.
Yes.
It just don't work.
Exactly. So that was that. Andrea was in her living room. She didn't want to have no foolishness with it. She was with Shawnee in her living room, having her interview, sit down and stuff. And that's it. I'm not going to talk about that right now too, because Shawnee, I'm not going to talk about you. You're like the Mona Lisa. Not Mona Lisa. The Mona Scott Young of these basketball wife hoes. But anyways, moving on to Black Ink Crew. That was the season finale this week too, people. Now Black Ink Crew ended with Duchess and C's. They friends. Duchess got her new boobies, so she's sitting real pretty right now. And you got all of them kind of coming back together on this final episode. There's going to be a season 3 too. So Puma did announce on Instagram that it's going to be a season 3. So we have a lot more foolishness in the Tattoo Ink parlor to look forward to next season, people. So it doesn't stop here. And oh shit, we wonder if you're going to be in jail. We want to see how that happens, how that turns out real soon. And also,
wait a minute, did you see Raw up there crying?
Yeah, about the baby mama that he don't love.
After these people are crazy as hell.
Yes. Just a lot of foolishness, a lot of it, people. So, that's the TV rundown. The game came on this week to the season finale. Jason Pitts loved Kelly Pitt still. R&B Divas, we're going to have a good discussion on that next week too, people, because next week episode it's going to be real good. So I'm going to keep it, we're going to have y'all update on that one. But real quick, Lil Mo and her interview on The Breakfast Club, we're going to talk about her because Lil Mo was on The Breakfast Club this week. And y'all know I love me some Cynthia. I love me some Lil Mo because she's a real down-to-earth, real chick from Baltimore. She's real cool and stuff like that. She's dating a dirty-ass dude from Philly. But she talked about a lot of stuff in her interview on The Breakfast Club. And I expected her to be turned up, but she was talking about her and her ex-husband were in threesomes. And you can tell how the ex-husband was into the other girl in the threesome because she didn't flinch or nothing like that in the bed. Sounds like she going too much details. She come in there in her Easter suit, and she was looking real Sunday-like, like Lil Kim on a Good Friday, and then the old dirty dingy boy sipping his Canada Dry.
She looked mad.
She with the fronts and stuff. She just looked plastic. She doesn't look the same anymore. And she something. I love Lil Mo, but something just don't seem right about her. So
something is obviously going on because she acts honestly, like again, like you said, we don't want to get sued, but she acts like she might have been on something.
Yes, but she was funny though. She was hilarious. She kept the 2,000% trill people. She kept it real and trill. So shout out to R&B